Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, June 1st, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll start with this one, weekly bar chart that shows really the testing several months ago of what it was a targeted support area based on a sell signal that occurred several months earlier below the 449.28 formation, expecting the 354.65 channel bottom. So it really is. In fact, I'm going to jump to this chart and show 354.65. That we tested it, we rounded up as anticipated within 2 to 3 months into the 440s, now 449.28. A few weeks ago, we pushed through it substantially, never closed above it on a weekly basis. And in fact, during the time that we were testing this area, it really was the testing of this descending channel top at 448.95. So these two actually converge pretty well this week. We've got 448.95 descending channel top on the weekly chart, and this former channel bottom at 449.28 form a range of resistance, sellable resistance that can contain buying not only for the week, but even through the month of June, and below which the market is susceptible to falling back to 354.65 over the next month or two. So much so that you can play the short side. You never know exactly what's going to play out, but if there is an area to sell the market in Tesla, it is in the upper 440s, and that has been the case now for the last few weeks, and below which this market is susceptible to falling away into the mid 350s and climbing over the next month or two. Now, on the way down, we do have some downside triggers, most notably this 420.51 rising channel bottom that we did test 2 weeks ago, actually broke below it on an intraday basis, but never closed below it. And so this is kind of the setup not only for the day, but the next few days, once again selling the upper 440s. That 448.95 channel top on the weekly chart I showed a moment ago is 447.12 on the daily chart. If you want to begin using that as your range of sellable resistance, be my guest. And below which, once again, 430.57 is a 5/8 Fibonacci. These still have bearing on the market, these 5/8 and 3/8 Fibonacci levels. This one spans several weeks from the high that was put out in May against the low a week later. On the way back down, it's containing intraday selling pressures. I don't see this as a daily support level, but I do think, it could perhaps contain daily selling pressures. Holding above 430.57 will keep 447.12 or the upper 440s in reach today. If we break or open below 430.57, I do see an intraday test of 420.51, where we can bottom out for the day. There was a point we considered this a 3-star support level, but because of the greater significance of the upper 440s, we want to make room for bearish rotation, as I mentioned earlier, June, July rotation into the 350s as a real possibility. And so we don't want you to get hung up and overly enthusiastic in buying the low 420s. I think if you're a day trader or a 3 to 5 day swing trader, have at it. But if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, you're basically selling the market in the upper 440s. And if we close then below 420.51, sigh of relief, as we then continue south into the 380s over the following, 1 to 3 weeks, depending on volatility. So closing below the 420.51 channel bottom today would signal the low 380s.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity.
Start your 2-week free trial and trade with clarity from day one.
2 weeks, I would say that's likely. I don't see 3 weeks. I don't see 1 week. Within a couple of weeks, 386.70 descending channel bottom converges with 381.61, which is a downside 5/8 Fibonacci over the last 2 months extremes. And this area can indeed contain weekly selling pressures. And we could even round up from here through the rest of June and into July in the low 380s. That is a real possibility. That is why I say that, once again, at the very beginning, trading, holding below the upper 440s, will keep over the next 2 to 3 months, over the next couple of months, the mid 350s in reach, because on the way down, we could see the market bottom out for more than a week in the 380s. Closing below 420.51 is a go-with sell signal into the low 380s. Within a couple of weeks, I would expect this lower price point. Upside, if we happen to, let me find a daily chart. If we happen to close today above 449.28, and that would be a pretty decent rally today, but we certainly have precedent for it over the last month or two. If we close today above 449.28, we have the 470s. 474.07 is this November high. There's a lot going on in the low to mid 470s. You have these highs here primarily. 474.07 would be considered a likely 3 to 5 day target. I think that we'd see an increasing, I don't know about a spike in volatility, but yeah, I think something along the lines of this early May rally in terms of that kind of volatility could play out, that by Friday's close, a settlement today above 449.28, we can find ourselves in the low to mid 470s. That's a 3 to 5 day swing trade unto itself. But as I've already mentioned, if we do wind up closing the week above 449.28, and that would also obviously involve 448.95, I see the 498.83 December 25 all-time high as a 3 to 5 week target, and 542.91, believe it or not, is a 6-year rising channel top not properly shown in this image that I would consider to be a 2 to 3 month objective. Were we to close above 449.28, it's go long, stay long through the third quarter, 542.91 likely. Until then, I don't see a compelling reason to be long Tesla if your time horizon is 2 to 3 months out, because as I've already said, I see this market as susceptible to falling back into the mid 350s and climbing over the next couple of months. And if we were to close, for instance, today below 420.51, that underscores that scenario. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of the 2-week free trial. We offer daily NVIDIA, SPY, Triple Q analysis, 2 stock picks a week. You can see it all for free for 14 days. And we have a limited time horizon left on our Wicked 50 coupon. If you decide to take advantage of the free trial, you should also enter Wicked 50, the word Wicked followed by the number 50. That will provide you, in the event you want to stick around, 50% off your first month's subscription. And so check us out at wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Tuesday's Tesla report. You have a great day.